Hi Aries, this is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. Hierophant. Okay. Strength, so this could be Taurus. Strength, we got Leo here. Yeah, is it straight? There it is. King of Wands. Hanged Man. Seven of Coins, or Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. The Star, babies. And Emperor. All right. Okay. All right, Aries, and that looks crooked. Ooh, I hate it when I do that. Can't stand it when it looks crooked. It worse. So we got Pisces, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Aries, good gracious, Aquarius again. Oh, and Taurus. So you've got basically one minor arcana, and the rest two. Oh, yeah, the rest are all major arcana. So this is kind of a big deal. This is kind of pivotal here. Holy cow. All right. So what's this strength card about? What's this strength card about? Oh, okay. So we gotta, something tells me though you're trying to have faith here and be patient and have things will out, like give things time. What's this? This is King of Wands here. This King of Wands. Seven of Wands. What's this? Hanged Man. This Hanged Man. There it is. Hierophant. So we got Hierophant twice here. This is Seven of Wands. Oh boy. Knight of Swords. What's this Knight of Swords? The Star. Look at these repeaters. Hierophant. And then we got the Star. And then wasn't there, well, I think there was something else. What's this Star card about? All right, so looking at here and what it feels like, Aries, honestly, don't hate me. This is, oh, this is, you're gonna get mad at me. This is not, it's not that you're causing this, but you are holding this up depending on what you want here. This kind of feels like somebody wants to be right rather than be happy. And this involves a commitment and staying the course. If you want this relationship, you're going to have to learn to trust this person, and you're going to have to give up being right. Unless that's what makes you happy, but you can't have a relationship if you have to be right all the time. This is the Emperor. I could be way off here, but it feels like they feel kind of like they can't trust you or they're not safe, because they feel like it's more about being right than it is about you being committed to the relationship. But it could be, this could be them I'm picking up. What's this Emperor about? Knight of Pentacles. There's that steady commitment. So, what else am I grabbing here? It kind of feels like your way or the highway. Oh Lord. And it's not so much about you having or being in control. It's about you having control and the strength that comes with that, instead of constantly asserting yourself to show that you're in control. So if this is about keeping control, stop it. But continue to be the strength and sort of that abiding present partner without asserting. And I know this is, but for the Aries that I'm reading for, you'll know what I'm talking about, because the Aries that I'm reading for, you're out there in front and you're doing and going and this and that, whatever, and it's not doing much for the relationship. It's all about you, and it's kind of self-serving. And if that's what you want to do, if you want to date, okay. But if you're wanting to be in a relationship and you're wondering, all right, we need a tune-up here, what's going on? This is showing that this is about you kind of being like silently in control, or being present rather than being in control. So being open rather than wanting to know ahead of time and trying to control the situation, just kind of showing up and being open side by side with your partner. And this is about investing in the relationship and investing in each other, and that involves trust. So this is someone that you might be dating a lot of people, keeping them at arm's length, or with this particular person, there's a lot of conflict or drama because it's about you wanting to be right, or to be like out of self-preservation, wanting to, well, you know, have one foot out the door just in case. Now, to be fair, if you're with somebody that is kind of a jerk or just isn't really present, it kind of makes sense why you're like emotionally, sorry, I'm fixing the microphone here, emotionally detaching before you actually physically leave. That's part of a process sometimes. You know, you emotionally detach and then you're able to physically leave, especially if it's been somebody really important to you, right? But if this is somebody that this is an established relationship and you want that abiding love, you've got to let down your guard. You've got to, instead of establishing control constantly, just acknowledge and know that you are in control, and your calming presence does a lot more than you getting out there trying to handle everything, or you getting out there and trying to stake ground first and be right first and being defensive or being it's not about denying who you are, not being who you are. This is more about just not feeling the need to dominate so immediately upon entering a situation. Just saying. All right. So, there's that. We got the star card twice. So this is all about things being renewed and restored. Communication specifically being renewed and restored. There comes a point when it's just, you got to stop fighting and either trust the person or go it alone, because you can't do both. There's got to be that interdependency, provided the person you are with is on board with that. If they're not trustworthy, then this is about you going it alone. This is about you going, you know what? I give up. I'm not going to try to control the situation anymore. I get it. I'm going to back off because I can't right now. That could also be this. But if this is you two on the same page, but you're just having trouble letting them in, this is about, they like that part of you that's really strong and adventurous, and you know, just that whole assertive, sometimes aggressive quality. They like that, but not all the time. There's a lot of downtime. And so this is someone that is asking for more trust and the ability to not have to walk in and establish dominance in every single situation. They want more of a calming presence rather than like a need to control. So that's going to be, instead of needing to control, it's going to come out as being assertive and being open and being receptive, rather than going in first, dominating, and asking questions later, because it's like this. So that is going to in turn restore things, restore trust. It's going to open things up. You two are going to have better communication, and you're going to move forward together. Like, you're going to turn to each other and move forward instead of you two just kind of going like this. Again, this is provided it is worth someone being vulnerable with. Otherwise, it's about you honestly realizing, okay, I'm not going to go in and try to fix this anymore. I'm not going to make this right anymore. I'm going to sit back and be present and see what happens. And if I need to get gone and go on my own to heal, then that's what I'm going to do. If this person is receptive and they're in, you know, they're present and want to do this also, okay, we got a lot of conversations we have to clear the air, and we can get back on track and heal. But, of course, this is your relationship, so it's going to depend. But for those of you that have somebody that's worthy of this, of you being vulnerable and trusting, this is about, I don't want to say letting your guard down and being raw, but it is about not going in and establishing control first and asking questions later. It's about showing up with the person and being open and deciding together and investing, making that final decision that, okay, I am going to stick with this person, and I'm actually in it now. I don't have one foot out the door anymore. I got to trust this person, and I got to let them know they can trust me, and we're doing this. All right. And that's honestly, that's what, I mean, we got the Emperor, we got Strength here, we got the Knight of Pentacles, we got the Star card. This is all about this person learning that they can trust you, and that you're going to give as good as you get, as far as that being solid, being a present partner, and looking to them as they look to you. And that's what they want. All right. Oopsie, I grabbed the wrong deck. Gosh dog it. Not in here. All right. Oops. There's Aries right there too. So Aries with a, it's not so much a stable offer, but feeling settled. There's an unease or a disquiet here, like a, and it could be the holiday season if you celebrate. I mean, busy, busy, busy. But this is not just about that. This is about relationship in general and how you kind of keep everybody at arm's length by needing to be just a step ahead of them and controlling things, rather than kind of being side by side and being open, because you don't have to be in charge all the time. That gets exhausting. And then it's like you need a break and you need to heal and you just need to be by yourself because you're in charge all the time. And you know what I mean? So this, you have, for the Aries that I'm reading for, this applies to a worthy opponent, so to speak, a worthy partner. Someone that is on the same page as you, that is worth the investment. Because this is either about you, it's not either. There comes a time when you have to kind of be open and see what the other person is going to give to what you two have. And if they can't match what you're giving, if they can't match that, then instead of trying to fix it and control it and get somebody on your level, you have to let go and be like, they're just not enough for me, or they're not what I want, or I just don't truck with that and I got to go search elsewhere. You can't make somebody something they're not, right? So you have to accept where they're at, and either you can, or you're like, you know what, I'm probably always going to try to fix this person. I'm probably always going to try to be changing them. They're just not what I want. And you got to go. The decision will be yours. We got Seven of Pentacles here. It's going to be you deciding if you want to invest in this person or if it's just better if you go it alone, because there's just too many things that aren't worthy of you investing. Even though there might be an abiding love there, this is more about being hands-off and being receptive and actually seeing what's going on rather than getting out there and trying to control it. So stop it with the controlling. Yeah, stop with the control and be receptive and open and give pause to see what's actually going on without you getting out there ahead of everything. According to this, without you getting out there ahead of everything and trying to control and trying to call the shots or trying to set the tone and, come on, you said you were going to do this, we're going to go do that. See what happens. See what they do. A lot of times people fight or argue or don't let down. They don't stop trying to control things because they know deep down that if they do, they'll be disappointed in their partner for letting them down. And so that's why you just relentlessly, or people just relentlessly handle everything because that's their role in the relationship. That's what I'm good at. Is it that, or is it that you don't want to stop to realize that, hey, if I stop doing this, my partner's going to horribly disappoint me, and then I have to deal with, then I can't deny that, oh my gosh, I don't want to be here. You know what I mean? Okay. What else for Aries? And I'm not sitting here rambling on. This is what's showing here. You're at the crossroads. You got to decide. Because being in charge all the time is exhausting. Being right all the time is exhausting. Being right all the time is a full-time job, honestly. Because you have to constantly defend your... What else for Aries? Two of Swords. All right. So that ties along with this right here. As far as, okay, this is about taking a step back and seeing what happens. Perhaps you are there right now. Perhaps this is like the backstory and that's exactly what's going on right now. It doesn't say what's going to happen per se. But as far as for you, this gets you back on track to where you can actually make a decision and you have evidence to see, hey, I wasn't in charge these last 3 months, so to speak. I'm going to see what I want to do now because I have enough evidence of this person's behavior without my constant, assertiveness or domineering or controlling nature or whatever, that I can base a decision on whether I want to move forward with this or not. You can still love this person from afar. It's not going to be fun, right? Because you probably want to be with them. But if they're not going to be able to keep up, honestly, or if you don't feel like you can trust them, you need to look at if that's a you thing or if that's because they're not trustworthy. And this is about you being at the crossroads, but releasing control to be able to see if you want to continue with this or not. All right. What does this say? What else for Aries? This was just supposed to be an under 10-minute little check-in for the month, but here we are at 15 minutes again. Oh, is this why? It says you are never alone. Is this why you try to get out there and take care of everybody and handle everything and control everything? Is because you feel like that's your value in a relationship? It's not. And if it is, you're in the wrong relationship. It's not about taking care of everybody, because then who's going to take care of you? You'll be too tired to take care of yourself. That's a downward spiral, my friend. Do not do that. You find you someone that can give as good as they get. Because this is somebody, the Aries that I'm talking to is somebody that will effectively step out in front of a bus for the person that they love, or that is, I mean, the loyalty is fierce. And if they're not on that level for the Aries that I'm reading for and for what this is saying, you're going to be exhausted. You can't make them rise up. They have to do it on their own. And that's what's going on here, is that you're kind of probably already there, not do it, waiting to see what comes up, if they're willing to give what you've given, or if they can match that. And it's not about standing there with your arms folded and crossed and your hip cocked and being like, well, it's not that. It's just like, okay, I got you. I see what I'm dealing with here, and I have to make a decision on that. This Two of Swords, you might already be here. But this is about everybody so I can think, leave me alone, no talking, I need to think. And the thing is, you're either going to come out of this with feeling more grounded and in control and able to trust in yourself, if you decide to, you know what, this isn't worth it, or you're going to have a newfound trust and respect for your partner, and you two are going to be on pretty solid footing. You're going to have to clear the air first, though, because there's a lot of frustration here for your partner. All right, Aries, I hope this was helpful. I tried to do it under 10 minutes, but I talk. I thank you for stopping by. I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care.